All right, welcome back, fellas. Boys.
Howdy.
I was staring at my
Hello.
phone. Hello.
Kevin, you
You're always
had
staring at your phone.
Kevin, happy to have everybody back. This week we took a look at the new movie, or semi-new movie, Encanto, the Disney Plus original. Encanto tells the tale of an extraordinary family, the Madrigals, who live in a hidden house in Colombia, in a magical house in a vibrant town in a wonderful and charming place called Encanto. The magic of Encanto has blessed every child in the family with a unique gift, from super strength to the power to heal every child, every person in the village. And it's quite a. It gives the. This is my pick, obviously, because I'm hosting. But I have a soft spot in my heart for Disney movies. Before we get into first reactions, we just want to plug and let you guys know we really want you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're trying to grow our base on there. We've had a lot of good engagement recently, and we want to keep that going. So make sure you go subscribe and comment on our videos. It's the best way to engage with us quickly. So, but to roll into first reactions, we'll start with Joey. Joey, what did you think of Encanto?
I, like you, have a soft spot for Disney, so I, didn't hate it. I wanted to like it more than I did. I thought some of the songs felt very Broadway-y, like it, and I was like, oh, this kind of feels like Hamilton. Like the songs are so fast, you don't really know what they're saying all the time. A lot of them are singing over each other. And then I found out Lin-Manuel Miranda was one of the writers for this, so it made sense.
I was just gonna say, I wonder why.
Yeah. Some of the songs, I don't know if you guys caught it, the last song kind of felt like a ripoff of Under the Sea. It's like the same exact tune and beat and everything, and I started singing Under the Sea, and I was like, wait a minute, this feels, and I couldn't find anything on there that like there was supposed to be a correlation or Easter egg or anything. It was just like so bizarre.
It's just like Joey with like the red tape.
They're running out of ideas.
Yeah, literally just like, it's been like 30 years since we released that movie. Let's steal a song from there.
They'll never know.
No one will notice.
No, I didn't hate it. I thought the magic was cool. The house, there's a lot of like funness to it, and just like it's exciting and entertaining to watch. I didn't think the story really made a lot of sense personally, and was kind of bizarre at some points. It felt kind of like cheap at some point. Like they're just like, we're Disney, like we don't have to like flesh out the full story, just accept it for what it is. So that's my first reactions. I was very indifferent about this movie.
Joe kind of triggered some feelings for me too, because I think I felt one way, and then like he just kind of brought the movie back to me a little bit. But I did like it. I enjoyed it. Like you guys, I enjoy Disney films, Pixar films. Like Joe said, it's a soft spot. But I didn't think the music was like anything like fantastic. They had some really good songs in there, I think, but then there were a couple songs that just were boring to me, just kind of fell flat. It did surprise me a little bit. I thought it was I didn't know anything about this movie until like I put it on. I knew it came out, I just didn't know what it was. And when they started off talking about how like our family was given this miracle and it's a candle, like you kind of think, oh, like it's just gonna be a boring, and she doesn't get her powers, so it's like, oh, it's just her like figuring out her powers. But I think they did a good job at making it feel new and fresh and different. So yeah, I thought it surprised me, and I didn't think I was gonna like it as much as I did. But there was stuff missing. Like it just was a little flat, a little boring the whole time. Maybe because it's so contained to the house, makes it feel a little more boring. Maybe a couple missed opportunities on how the house, like it feels so contained to the house, but they already set up this idea that it could be all the rooms are these big individual set pieces, and those felt underutilized. Yep. So yeah, good movie, just a little flat.
I agree. I definitely think that this one is not on my like it's not on my Disney top 10, definitely. I think the music Joey, I didn't know that it sounds just like Under the Sea, but yeah, I guess maybe to piggyback off
Take
Kevin.
a listen back.
Yeah.
Sorry, we can't play the music on the show, obviously, but just take a listen back and you guys will see what I mean.
Yeah. No, I'm interested to see. But I thought this one, I think it got progressively better. Like, the first song I thought was bad. Like, honestly. The one where they, like, explain all the cousins.
Me too.
And, like, all that stuff. Like, I get the
Me
plot
too.
device, but I'm like, this just was, like, a bad song, you know? And they also, like, super drive home the fact that Mirabelle does not have a power. They're like, you know, they say it, like, 6 times. But, like, you know, I thought overall it got much better. And, like, as the story progressed, it got more interesting. And, like, the world, like, again, it is contained to the house, but, like, the magic of, like, the family became, like, more and more grand as the movie went on. So I thought that was interesting. There's definitely some, like, some strings I don't think that, like, or some loose threads that weren't really, like, capped off or explained, you know? But that could just be me as an adult going back to a Disney movie and being, like, semi-critical, you know, instead of, like, this is obviously marketed for children. But overall, fun ride. I think it was good, not fantastic.
It's
not
no
a Moana.
It's
It
definitely
is.
no
let's be
Moana.
It's no Moana, dude. I watched Moana a lot. I feel like I've seen that movie like at least 5 times. It's a good movie.
It's a solid flick, and that's where I feel like you said, like, oh, it's marketed towards kids, so you give it a little, like, but it's also a Disney movie, and, like, Disney movies, while marketed to kids, also usually resonate pretty well with adults, like Moana, and a slew of others, so, like, I feel like you almost can't give it too much of an excuse. You still can, but you can't give it too much because it's Disney, and, like, they usually put out a solid product that both adults and kids can appreciate. Not saying that I didn't appreciate this movie, but
I want to piggyback off that because your thought or your explanation about maybe it was too confined to the house, like that's why it felt flat. Like there was never that moment where like she ventures out, and like her big venture out moment is still in the house. So it's like I don't want to spoil it just yet, but like it doesn't ever feel like she's on her own in this journey of like, which is what I feel like a typical Disney movie or typical hero's journey movie is about. It was like this protagonist needs to feel alone throughout the whole journey, and she has her moments, but it's mostly like she's surrounded by family the whole time. And
do you guys have where you're landing for your first reactions or not first reactions, where you're landing for? I've done the show for 35 episodes. I know what we're talking about. Let's do keep scrolling or click play, and we'll start with Kevin.
I feel like this is one of the tougher ones. Like, obviously, if you have kids, like younger kids who enjoy Disney movies and like you need something to watch with them, then this is a good choice. It's a safe choice. But if you're like me and you enjoy like Disney movies or Pixar movies, but you're already in your adult life, like you've kind of matured into other movies, I don't think this is anything like special. I don't think it really stands out among anything else Disney has done recently. So I'd probably keep scrolling, but I don't know. It's a
keep scrolling.
Toss up. Like well, yeah, but I think it's like I'm half and half.
You gotta pick. There's 2 options.
I said what I need to say. I said what I need to say. I'll give a hard answer after Joe gives it.
Okay, Joey.
Oh, who's copping out now?
Yeah.
No, it's funny because I was going to say the exact same thing in the sense that, like, if you have kids, I'm a firm believer, first, that adults can enjoy Disney movies and animated movies without needing to be a child, because there's usually a lot of fun, like, Easter eggs and banter that go over kids' head that as an adult, you're like, huh, can't believe they put that in a kid's movie. This didn't really feel like that. I don't think this is a movie that, as an adult, if you don't have a kid or, like, if you're not high as balls, like, will enjoy this movie. I think if you're going to watch this movie, you need, like, it's going to be more for a child. Like, you're going to watch it with a kid or for a journey, not necessarily for entertainment purposes. Yeah. I think I'm a soft scroll right now for our target demographic audience, which is
I'm gonna go with Joe. I'm a soft scroll.
You're a
as
follower,
well.
Copycat.
Kevin. You're
Beta.
No,
Yeah,
no,
Kevin's a beta.
I
You're a
just,
beta.
I crave validation. I crave
Please,
validation.
Joey, please tell me that I'm right. I'm actually.
James, you're like the grandma of the family in this
I am.
situation.
Oh,
I
you
am.
Okay. Just accept me for who I am,
Abuela.
bitch.
Yep. I have a lot to say about that, but we'll get in that into the spoiler section. But for me, I'm gonna go click play. I think this movie was fun. I think it was a good time. It's not a long movie. It's like an hour and 45 minutes. And I think it was fantastically animated. I loved like the coloration in the scenes, and there were really good songs in this movie. So overall, I'm gonna go click play, even for adults. But any
Let's be honest, too. You just told them it was an hour 45 minutes. There's 17 minutes of credits. This movie is sub
Yeah.
an hour and a half.
Yeah,
I swear to God.
it's a
So
very
if
long credit scene.
time's a big thing for you, it's only
Yeah.
an hour and a half.
Mhm.
Okay.
But any other thoughts before we roll into spoilers?
I will say this just because you said you made a comment about you liking the animation style. I didn't like the animation style as much. It felt very like, not that I didn't like it. I didn't like the people in it. Like they have the really big eyes, the very soft, like flat skin. Like it was just
Mhm.
like very bubbly. And
Yeah, you mean like
Disney?
Moana?
Wait, no, but like I don't know. Just something
Disney
about this
Animation
one seemed like
Studios, that's-
off, and I couldn't put my finger on it. Like
Because it's
we were
like,
watching it, we're like the
I
babies.
feel like it's.
Here,
Sorry, the babies in the first scene. We were like, these are creepy looking babies. Like usually
Yeah.
babies in Disney movies are really cute and like.
I think I know we have more on this. This can be a whole conversation. All right. I think we throw this one into spoilers. We'll start with it there, right? But for right now, please go subscribe to us on YouTube. We really appreciate it, and we'll see you in a bit.